This is why you don't need to spend over £800. Hey everyone, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 new bags to show you, bags you haven't seen before, and actually all of these bags are circa, I think the most expensive one is $765, and that one, that's actually my recommended best buy in this. This last year, if you ask me, something really strange has actually happened in the luxury markets, and actually COVID has made strange things happen all across the board in every sector, but speaking specifically about luxury, have you noticed you still have the brands that make the really expensive bags, you know, Chanel, Dior, Hermes, all of those, but also I've noticed there are big iconic brands like Prada, Gucci, even actually Chanel, and I'm going to talk about one thing on that. There are those big brands that weirdly have come out with bags under £1,000 that are actually practical, and practical in a COVID sense of the word, given that a lot of us, when we do go out, we might just be grabbing a wallet and our phone and we don't need too much, whereas back in the good old days you probably would have worn a more fancy bag or taken more out with you. Same thing as well with Chanel. I just want to point out a couple of observations. With Chanel, as we all know, as a lot of us know, they've really smashed their prices up last year. These brands always do put up prices. That's not, you know, per year. That's not a shock. But I think it was a shock about the number of times that they did it last year and the percentages that they increased by each time. However, I've noticed that I don't know whether they've done it because they care or whether it's just by chance, but a lot of their bags, they've still got bags that are under, quite a bit under 4,000. So for example, bucket bags. Have I got an example here? I think I do, yes I do. This I bought last summer for 2,800. See, it's quite nice, isn't it? This is the first bag I'm going to show you. This is my best buy. In this is what I'm talking about as being the best buy. This bag is normally £1,020, but with that 25% off coupon, if you can get it working, I hope you can, this bag actually ends up at being £765. £765 for a bag that is actually a decent size. It's like a camera bag, and this is exactly what I'm saying about how our way of living has changed. And normally, I actually was thinking about the Chanel Wok last night because I've said that I wouldn't buy that, and I still wouldn't because it's a bit too small for my needs. But when I did that video, it was pre-COVID. I would never have used that. Now what I'm going out is to get groceries, and I'm really not going very far. So could that be a reason why so many brands have put more effort, I feel, into making more of a variety, smaller bags, camera style type bags, easy to use, and they're not kind of that top handle, you can wear it crossbody and you're kind of hands free, and it's not that huge bag that you might have worn back in the day. The handle, now here's the thing, this handle, it's one that's been thought about as well. You know, this is one of the things that I look at in a bag. I look at the handle and I think, is that an off-cut of leather, or have you actually made it look decent? This is a decent handle, but if you're looking at this thinking, yeah, that's cool, but you know, these long handles, there's a time and a place, and I might want to wear it as a top handle bag. Fear not. You can get, let me show you one thing that is a really good hack. Here we go. This chain isn't going to work because it's too short and it's the wrong colour. But go onto Etsy. I'll link to some below, but go onto Etsy, type in handbag, chain, straps. There is all manner of designs and lengths that come up. And this is one that I bought a while ago. I got it in 2 lengths, one really long and one short, so I can wear stuff as a top handle. This bag, you can actually remove this handle entirely. You can then clip on one of these. This is too short, so it's not going to work. but you can clip on a top handle, make sure that the handle matches this gold tone here, and you've got yourself a little top handle bag that you can wear in the crook of your arm. And these I think are really worth it to have if you've got a collection of bags, not even designer bags, any bags. These are good to have because they let you kind of change up the feel of a bag. A bag that I have seen quite a lot on social media, and I thought, I was looking at the Tom Ford one, and at that point, that was when I really noticed. I thought, hang on a minute here. There's a hell of a lot of brands coming out with these sort of camera style bags, and is it on purpose that they are all at a slightly lower price? Could that be part of the whole change to luxury last year? That being that what COVID did is you had certain brands really pushing their prices up through the roof. You know, Chanel was like a really big one, but people were still buying. Were they still buying because during that year it was uncertain, it was a very dark time? Any time that you would have spent spending your money socializing, going out for drinks, dinners, on holiday, suddenly you weren't going anywhere anymore. And I know a lot of you said to me last year, I went ahead and I bought that Dior bag because I know I'm not going to have a holiday this year, and that's what I'm going to choose to do with the money. So this is the next thing. Beautifully packaged again. I really do like the freshened up packaging design that Gucci have gone for, where they've got this sort of really nice textured box, and then the dust bag is almost like a jute. It's not, but it's kind of like a jute textured. The dust bags on their new bags feel like a sustainable material. They've got that kind of rustic feel to them. And when you buy a bag, isn't that half of the excitement, is opening up that box and seeing the bag nicely wrapped? This is a camera bag, and it's in the denim monogram, and it's got leather edging on it. I always do this. I love the smell of leather, and it's that real pebbled, soft, squishy leather that you get as well. It has got a crossbody and shoulder strap, which, unlike the Tom Ford one, you can't remove this. No, you can't. You can, again though, it's not one of those offcuts. It has actually got an adjustable drop length. And I think, as you can see from where I'm wearing it here, it's a nice size. It actually fits. You know, I've picked things that fit a lot. They might be a lesser price, but I've tried to pick things where the brand is really quite iconic and well known, because I know that for a lot of you, if you're going to spend your money on one bag, I know a lot of you are into your brands and kind of in a way your logos. This would be my second in order of what I think is really worth it, because I do think the Tom Ford's that better one because of that discounted price. But if you're not into Tom Ford, if you like Gucci, this is, how much is this? £725. Pretty, dare I say, reasonable. Anyway, the next, a brand that I don't think, I wear the clothes, but I have actually never looked at the bags before. And the reason why I looked at this is I actually walked past it in Harrods the other day, and I thought, that's quite nice. Then furthermore, when I was looking at the Tom Ford, I saw this, comes in a few different colours and 2 sizes, and it was included in the 25% off. So the regular price of this, which is a Saffiano leather bag, which is the sweetest size. I actually was torn between this and the white, but I thought, oh, I quite like the pink, so I'll try that. This, by the way, this is actually metal hardware, and it's like the ultra matte on the Lady Dior, so it's got kind of like an ultra matte paint on it. And to open the bag, it took me a while to figure it out, but you twist it like that and then it opens. It also comes with, oh, here we go. It comes with a removable crossbody strap. And again, actually, look at that. The hardware metal on that has also got the same matte paint on it. This was £820, but listen to this. After the discount, this was £615 for a full leather bag. And it's got that lovely sort of very classic shape and design to it. You know what I mean? There's nothing about it that's too quirky. I've got 2 more. You're gonna be amazed at this one. Do I have it in here? No, I don't. You know the the Celeron Puffer Bag, which has been a new one that's come out fairly recently. Well, I only noticed it really earlier this year, and I normally like a top handle. So here's the thing, I normally like a top handle, but for some reason, I do like crossbodies, but I normally don't, I use a top handle more. That puffer bag is really weird because it has got a chain that lets you wear it longer, crossbody, or you can double the chain up and wear it on your shoulder. But when I carry it, it's squishy, so it's really weird, but I hug it. And it's almost like a clutch bag. It fits really nicely under your arm, but if you want to be hands-free, you can. That bag, however, is quite a bit now. I've got the size small, and then there's a larger one above it, which is a medium. And I'm going to show you something that is incredible, but there is one size in between this and mine. And the size in between, I think, is about £1,200. This was like £710. Let me show you. Again, Celeron, so it comes all nicely packaged, and you also get the authenticity cards with this. It's a small size puffer. I'm sure you can get it in different colours. The leather on these, oh my gosh, it's so soft. And it is, you can see why they've called it puffer, because it's really squishy. With this, it is designed to be, I've got a hack, so bear with me. This is the kind of thing that you would put your phone, your wallet, a lipstick, your COVID mask in, and then go to the shops, and you would just hold it or have it under your arm. But if you're looking at this and you're thinking, I like the puffer, it's not really in my budget to go and spend over £1,000 on one though. I like that, I like the price, but that's a shame because I can't wear it crossbody over one shoulder. You are wrong. Let me show you again another good hack, and I really hope that it's in here. Is it not in here? Oh, hang on a minute. It's on the floor. Take a look at this. So you've got your Etsy chain handle, and what I did, I had this idea. I thought I'm going to connect the chain handle in the middle and then see whether I could tuck it behind the bag flap and then enable myself to wear it crossbody, etc. And doesn't it work? And you know, not only does it work, but it doesn't look like you've tried to make a clutch bag purse into a bag. You know, sometimes you see that where people do this with wallets, and yeah, it looks okay, but then at the same time it looks like you've put a wallet on a chain. Funnily enough, there are wallets on chains, but you know what I mean. Whereas with this, it actually looks intended. Now again, with this, the hardware on this is aged gold, so if you are thinking about doing this and you're going to go ahead and buy a chain from Etsy, make sure that you pick a chain colour that's the same tone. Also, I would say, and this is something I do when I use those chain handles, if the chain is going to lay over any of the soft leather, I do wrap the chain bit that's on the inside. I just wrap it in some really thin, I normally use actually cling film, because then you can't see it. It's got a slight adhesiveness to it, like grippiness, not adhesive, that keeps it in place. But it also means that that metal isn't rubbing against the leather, and it's not going to leave any, you know how sometimes metal can leave like a grey tone? It's not going to do any of that. One point I forgot to mention is that this mini puffer that you can see here, I didn't realise until I opened it, but it actually comes with a card holder on the inside, so you could ditch your card holder, put all of your cards in that, and it fits nicely. I also wanted to compare it to the toy Lulu and the small size puffer, which you can see here. The small size puffer is £1,605. The Lulu, which is the one off to the right there, that is £945. That mini puffer is actually £710, which I feel is really good value. And the chain hack that I showed you, I think could really transform this bag. Also this shirt, I just thought I'd show you this shirt. And then the final one, for any of you who are thinking, yeah, all of this stuff's good, but I want something bigger and more practical. This was £520. It's now £390. Let me show you the quality of it, how much you get for your money. and the size of it as well. Normally for this kind of money, you're going to get yourself a tiny bag. This is it. This is a bucket bag. This is made out of that, I'm going to show you some close-ups. It's made out of that really soft, buttery, pebbled leather that when you smell it, it smells like your new shoes that you had for school. It comes with a non-detachable top handle, but then it also comes with a crossbody strap. Do you see what I'm saying here about some of the time the higher end brands give you this strap and they don't really make it look nice? Would you have a look at this? I was actually surprised because when I looked at this on the website, I don't think I saw what the strap looked like. When I got it out of the bag, I thought, oh my God, they've gone to a lot of detail on that. It's kind of like a lattice interwoven leather handle. It's also there, it is adjustable, so you can adjust the drop length on it. This comes with a dust bag, and what else? Comes with a dust bag. The inside is lined, by the way, with this really nice suede, like microfiber suede feeling on the inside. It feels very raw but very textured. You know, some bags, they have that kind of satin inner lining, nothing wrong with that, but this kind of feels a lot more like a cow hide, you know, and it feels more textured. I'm really hoping that this is still in stock, because when I went to purchase it, it said there was only one left, and I can see why, because you get a lot for your money. It's got the nice kind of logo on the front of it. I know that there's an awful lot of you who watch and you like designer stuff and you like to observe it, but you wouldn't necessarily go and buy something that's got a logo on it. But then I know a lot of you watch me and you're the other way around. You're thinking, I want something with a logo on it. I want that iconic bag brand. I want to be able to wear it and feel, you know, I've saved for this and this is what I've got. And I understand both ways. And if you're someone that just wants good quality leather although this has got a big logo on it, it's not necessarily a large logo that most people would recognise. And I think for that reason, this logo is possibly more tasteful than some of the larger logos that you get on other bags.